Take out skill-based matchmaking and players will hate Call of Duty. Hate it. But what's the real twist behind that? The answer might flip everything you thought you knew about skill-based matchmaking. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Feel free to light up the comment section as we go along. XCOD developer says skill-based matchmaking could be removed, but claims players would hate it. Former Call of Duty multiplayer creative director Greg, I'm not even gonna try to say that man's last name, so we're just gonna call him Greg for the sake of the video, has admitted that COD could scrap skill-based matchmaking, but it won't be good for players. SBMM has been a hot topic in the Call of Duty community for a few years. Some fans aren't pleased with it, especially when mixed with cross-platform, because they'd rather play a bit more casually. Others, though, are big fans and can't wait for ranked updates. Those critics have urged the developers to rethink the formula or take the nuclear option of scrapping it altogether. SBMM isn't new, though. Plenty of COD developers have confirmed it's been around forever. Mr. Greg here noted that SBMM was a key part of Advanced Warfare as well. Now let's pump the brakes for a second here. Skill-based matchmaking first appeared in Call of Duty with the launch of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare back in 2007. Activision's own white paper confirms that while early implementations had SBMM, they weren't as potent as they are now. SBMM has been shaping lobbies since the original Modern Warfare release. Sure, a former Activision designer, Josh Menke, noted that Call of Duty 4 did have some skill-based matchmaking, and so did all of them, dating SBMM all the way back to 2007. Now, I'm sure you guys know the question to this. Has SBMM become more strict over time? Absolutely. It has tightened a lot since its beginnings in 2007. Now, between 2007 and 2011, it was there, like we've been mentioning, but it was almost insignificant. Ping was a dominant factor back then. Between the original Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 3 2011, matches often felt random with only minimal skill filters at play. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here. It seems like most of the community started to really notice SBMM kick it up a notch in Black Ops 2. And according to Treyarch, that is the first time that SBMM actively balanced lobbies. And I'm putting that in air quotes, by the way. Actively balanced lobbies by player rank and levels. Now, back then, YouTubers exploited this bot lobby effect by reverse boosting low-level accounts, proving the system was still easy to game. Now, allegedly in Advanced Warfare, they put an emphasis on kill-death ratio, making matchmaking noticeably tougher for high KD players. I definitely noticed this was around the time where things started to get hella sweaty. I think the first time I was consistently getting frustrated in public matches, though, was in Infinite Warfare. But around this time, 2014, 2015, Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, you would kind of just leave a lobby and join another one. But in the Infinite Warfare era, it seemed like you really had to start gritting your teeth to even enjoy the game. You had to call out everything. You had to be playing with the squad. You had to have your headset cranked up to the maximum. You had to be gaming on a monitor, no longer playing on a TV. I do think between 2014 and 2016 was the turning point for SBMM, in my personal opinion. Let us know what you guys think, though. But players countered by deliberately lowering their stats or buying hacked accounts with massive death counts to land easier lobbies. And apparently, there was a full-on SBMM overhaul in Modern Warfare 19. Affinity Wood went ahead and revamped these skill-based matchmaking parameters. KD, recent performance, and hidden skill metrics drove match decisions. A lot of players, including myself, felt this system reached an extreme, turning nearly every single match into a sweat fest. But for the most part, I did not play Modern Warfare 19 on crossplay. At the time, I had a PS4 squad, but we made it a strong point to always turn off crossplay, and we will always only play PlayStation kids. But we would pub stomp everyone. Sometimes we'll get on at like 4 or 5 p.m. and we'll be like, all right, we'll just play until we lose. And sometimes we'll look up and it'll be freaking midnight. Does that make me and my squad part of the problem? I'm genuinely curious, by the way. I'm not saying that to be a prick or to be sarcastic or anything. I am seriously wondering if me and that consistent squad of 6 that I had back in 2019 or 2020 had a play in this. Now let's skip over that Cold War and Vanguard era just for the sake of time. Just know during that era, SBMM leaned in even harder on performance instead of connection. Let's fast forward to Modern Warfare 3 2023. Activision's white paper revealed 2 large-scale Q tests. Apparently, they deprioritized skill, so up low to mid-tier players saw only a 1% drop in return rate, while high-skill players' overall retention plummeted. In the other system, they prioritized skill, so high-skill players quit more often but community balance stayed healthier long term. These findings cemented SBMM as core to player retention, even at the cost of some top tier frustration. This is something I've been saying on the channel for a long time now. They want to keep more casual players on the game. And if you ask me, developers know that they are easier to manipulate because us loyal COD veterans, we remember what things were like back in the day. And they're nothing like that anymore. So I think they're trying to take some things away from other titles, maybe Fortnite and Apex Legends. But at the end of the day, Call of Duty will always be Call of Duty, no matter how silly it gets, no matter what kind of freaking skins they add, American Dad, Beavis and Butthead, whatever. If you ask me, they need to cater to the core community, not folks that are only going to play the game for 3 hours a week. That's just my take though. Now, Greg explains why you just can't get rid of SBMM. On the Going Dark podcast at the start of July, he was quizzed about skill-based matchmaking, and he responded, "We've always had some kind of skill-based matchmaking that existed. It's a very complex thing to have. In those days, it really wasn't a big deal from our side because there wasn't crossplay. It was all about Xbox or PlayStation. It was more about team balance." Again, man, I'm having a hard time believing that because I still played on PS4 for another 5 years after I noticed SBMM tighten his grip like a motherfucker. Let us know what you think though. He also noted that players just leave after getting slammed in game, adding that games like Fortnite use bots to feed bottom players better experiences. Obviously, we have Warzone casuals now. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I seriously don't believe we have ever had bots, actual bots in COD multiplayer lobbies. You could totally get rid of skill-based matchmaking, but in a very short amount of time, you will be playing people of higher skill than you, and you'll be the one on the receiving end of that, and you'll be like, oh, this sucks. Bro, that's literally what we do anyway. What are we even saying right now, bro? He also mentioned that developers have been trying to raise the skill ceiling for years, and that COD players are better now than ever before, as they are more used to first-person shooters. I co-sign that. I 100% believe that this is true. In the past years, if you had less players playing, your matches were less skill-based. So when you have more and more playing, you're going to have a more skilled match. Joking about using a VPN to get a poorer quality match. And talking about the PC conversation, he stated, when you think about our population size, you triple it because you now have PlayStation and PC in there, as well with what just used to be Xbox. Now we have another name to pay attention to here. This guy, his name is Charlie Olsen, the former Raven software developer who wrote the matchmaking rating algorithm. He explained how to change the negative perception surrounding skill-based matchmaking. A player's MMR, or matchmaking rating number, constantly fluctuates based on how you perform in matches, meaning skill-based matchmaking will put you against players with lower MMR if you have a string of bad games. Olsen argued the massive problem with that though is that you don't know what league you're in anymore. SBMM takes away the sense of skill and mastery. There's less skill feedback, stats don't matter as much, KD is less of a bragging right, and that it is a serious design problem. So to improve SBMM, the former COD developer explained, you should be able to see something about the average skill of your lobby or opponents. Like maybe this match is a gold tier, so you get a 1.2 XP multiplier. You should be able to see your MMR in the combat record. You shouldn't have to file a personal data request with Activision to get that information. Olsen told Insider Gaming that he pitched the suggestion multiple times, but the idea never caught on because it was an uphill battle for a non-designer. So it is safe to say that SBMM isn't going anywhere anytime soon. What's your take on it though? Are you pro SBMM? Are you anti SBMM? Let us know down below. Also, I launched memberships here recently, so if you want to support the channel just beyond subscribing, do not hesitate to become a member. You can get some exclusive perks that way and some other pretty cool stuff. Check out this video here though. We talk about everything you need to know about Black Ops 6 Season 5, and we also chop it up about Black Ops 7 a good bit in this video. I'll see you guys over there.